But the sooner we accept that I still see you as a salesperson, as a consumer, the sooner we can work our way out of being seen like that by virtue of the actions that we take.
So the first stage is salesperson.
Who remembers or knows what the next stage is? For me to not be seen as a salesperson, what's the next stage?
Next stage is consultant.
Whether you like it or not, the second that I answer the phone, I go, hello, Ryan speaking. And you go, oh, hi, Ryan, it's Anne from Wine Selectors. Sales Defenses, they're gone, straight up there right now. I see you as a salesperson. You can't stop that happening. It's a reflex. We can minimize it, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a second, but you can't stop it. It's a consumer behavior, right? The same as when I walk past one of your stands in an airport and you go, good afternoon, sir, Sales Defenses, right? I don't go, oh, look, there's a purchasing officer coordinator extraordinaire. I go, there's a salesperson approaching me right now. And intrinsically, that does something to me, and it makes me stressed, it makes my hands clammy, and then I start thinking of all the lies that I'm going to tell you about where I've got to go right now. If we think about it from a consumer's perspective, we have to realize this is the journey we need to take. Salesperson to consultant. Simple difference between the two.
A consultant will ask questions.
It's the easiest way to look at it. I'm really simplifying this, but a salesperson, a true salesperson in the sense of the words of 1980s cheesy salespeople, will not ask questions, they just tell. I'm going to tell you how great my product or service is and why you need to buy two and why you need to get the bigger package and why a subscription is going to be great for me. I don't ask no questions, I just tell you. A consultant will at least ask a few questions. What have you done previously? Have you been following Wine Selectors for a few years? Is this the first time you've seen us? At least do that.
An advisor.
The only difference between a consultant and an advisor, depths of questions. They go primary, secondary, tertiary level questions. A little bit like a psychologist or a counselor. They use what we call motivational interviewing. They might say things like, Matt, you said that you had a subscription with another company before. That's fantastic. Tell me how that worked out for you. What was your favorite part about that subscription? Why? How did that make you feel? What was the service like? Instead of going, oh, you've had a subscription before. Perfect. You know exactly how it works. That's staying on the surface. Does that make sense, guys? That they actually get a little bit more depth. Now, we want to take it one tiny step further from advisor to trusted advisor. Because you know what happens when you're a trusted advisor? Because what will happen if you're a trusted advisor, and I guarantee this is happening for some of you anyway, if not all of you at some stage, they go, Junaid, what do you think? What do you think I should do? Raise your hand if that ever happens. You ever had that? How nice is that? That's like the holy grail of sales, isn't it? And that's where I say you've got to have your invisible integrity line. You've got to go, oh, what do I think you should do? Hang on, let me just check how far away from my bonus I am for the quarter. That's not what we should be doing is going, should I be recommending the secondary or tertiary option to them? And by virtue of the questions that you've asked, you should know the answer to that as well, what's going to be right for them. But the difference between an advisor and a trusted advisor, and I find this fascinating, it's one word, and it's not something that I got taught in sales, it's something that I learned when I started studying people. Being vulnerable is just being comfortable to show character, to get out of corporate mode sometimes, to get rid of your phone voice. Hi Justin, this is Ryan Tuckwood calling from Wine Selectors. How's your day going, sir? Why do we do that? And I'm not saying don't sound professional, but we know that actually has the opposite effect, and it actually raises sales defenses. All of the data suggests that the more non-self you are, the less authentic you are, the more it raises sales defenses, right? So this is just about being you, right? Making mistakes, umming and ahhing during a conversation. We can actually do it intentionally to create a better connection. So this is the journey that we're going to go on, because otherwise you live here. You are innocent, you are guilty until proven otherwise. You salesperson, you, right? Whether we like it or not. Our job, by virtue of whether it be in person or over the phone, is to ask questions that have depth while showing a little bit of ourselves and our character. So everything that I'm going to go through now is going to show you how to do that in an elegant fashion, so that we not only maximize interactions, but you have more interactions, because I want you to remove any fears that you might have. So if there's anybody the capabilities and the competence, it will increase your confidence. I can't just give you a big boost of motivation and go, come on guys, let's pick up our game. That's not going to work. You need the skill set that will give you the confidence, because the less times you get kicked in the head, is that the right phrase? Punched in the face, one of them. The less time you get punched in the face, the more times you're going to go back out onto the field or into the ring or whatever it is, right? I want to minimize those pain points, if you will.